Coming up today on Wit from Whit Radio.
Boom, boom, boom. It was like Miss Universe all over again, but...
Oscars, so what?
Viola Davis took home supporting actress.
Yes.
So happy for her.
Yes.
We're hitting the highlights and the lowlights of the 89th Annual Academy Awards.
She's too fabulous, and it was too huge of an event to have that dress that she could have worn to like a movie premiere.
And in case you missed it, we're talking the Grammys and the Super Bowl too.
I was like, I've got to tweet this. What hashtag do I use? And I think you told me, pause up.
Pause up, little monster.
Those topics and more are happening today on Wit from Whit Radio. Hey guys, what's up? It's Whit, back for another edition of Wit from Whit Radio, and as always, right beside me here, I got Gabby. Hey Gabby.
Hey guys.
Hey. And Gabby, it's actually Thursday, March 2nd, 2017, and we were just talking about a year ago was when I think we did our first one, because I remember one of our little topics was, or one of the things we mentioned was it was Dr. Seuss Day. And that's today.
Birthday. Yes, it's today.
Again, so a year later, here we are.
1 year anniversary, you guys. Thanks for being faithful viewers. Well,
Listeners.
listeners.
Yes.
Thanks for being there for us.
Yes, and we have some special guests with us today. Actually, we just have one special guest here now. We have one possibly on the way, but we've been talking about this first guest for how long? Like, we've been like, he's got to get on the show.
Since like the second episode, maybe.
So here he is. Colton, say hello.
Hi.
Oh my God.
It's me, Colton. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me again.
Hey.
Yes, and we've hyped Colton up, so hopefully like you really contribute
live to your
today.
expectations.
Okay.
He will. Just, be forewarned.
Yes. I told him to keep it clean, so we'll see what happens. Clean and classy. That's how we do things here.
Classy.
That's how we do
try to be
things.
classy.
Yes. But our friend Michael Lynn will also be coming in hopefully later, and she's going to jump in on some topics with us. But let's talk about the fact, Gabby, that the last show we did, which was probably about a month ago, we were saying it's like the first week of school, we're back in the groove. We are already midway through the semester. How did we get here, y'all?
It goes by so fast when you're so busy and you don't have any time to sit down and catch your breath. Like, the semester's almost over. After this, the semester is downhill. It's going to be May.
It better fly by,
Into
graduation. Colton and I have been dying in our News 3 class, though.
I'm so sorry for y'all. I'm not ready.
I'm just living that moment. Graduation's coming up.
May 6th.
I ain't trying to deal with these classes anymore.
Y'all
but...
don't leave me.
Bye.
Bye. I don't even care. I don't even care.
I'm not going to have anybody else. Like, I have to start all the way over.
It's fine. You'll meet new friends. You were probably like the first person I met here. I think we've mentioned that before, but
you're the first guys I've had connections with. I gotta start all over.
Oh, it's fine. You'll live. But I'm thankful the semester's going by. It has been extremely stressful. As I mentioned, Culture, in that class we have News 3, dying, doing packages and news stuff.
I don't even like news.
Yeah. Well,
why am
I don't even like news.
Yes. But I've also gotten to produce, we've done 2 episodes of my show, The Rise.
Yes.
And you guys were both on. You guys are both segment producers, but you guys were both on this week talking about the Oscars. Yeah, which is what we're going to be talking about today. First, though, really quick, what are y'all's plans for spring break? Because that's coming up next week.
I am actually going to Universal Studios.
What?
Oh,
yes.
I'm jealous.
I'm so excited. So excited.
I wish.
What are you doing there? Tell us.
I'm not sure. We haven't had, really, it was just brought up to me this week. My boyfriend surprised me with the trip. So
romantic.
So I was like, aw. So he's keeping it under wraps. He's being really secretive, but I'm excited. I'm super excited. This is my first trip to Florida and stuff like that. So I'm ready to go.
Well, I've never been to Universal. Of course, I've been to Disney many times, but my thing is I can't go down to Orlando and go to Universal and not go to Disney. So I don't know if I'll ever make it to Universal. No, I will.
No, sign me up for Universal. I want to go to Harry Potter World.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah, I want to go to Harry Potter World.
Bad.
Well, Universal is more like it's more of a thrill ride kind of place, but compared to Disney. So Colton, you're going to Jackson.
Jackson, Tennessee, y'all.
Oh, yes.
No, that's no. You got a what?
I got a speeding ticket.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I'm white, so.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is what we're talking about, Colton.
Edit.
But I know they're not gonna pull me over.
Stop. Okay. What are you doing in Jackson, Colton?
Absolutely nothing. No, I'm just gonna go see my family for a few days, but I have to come back for work. So.
Okay.
Alright. Well, I'm going home too, and nothing all that exciting will be happening. But
Whatever, you're gonna be
I'm gonna
busy.
sleep.
I know
I'm
you're
always
be
gonna be busy. I've got some vlogs to edit. You know, catch up on that
Crying.
stuff. Yeah. So.
That was just me.
That's just you.
I would cry too if I was going to Jackson.
Girl.
I don't have any homework over the break though, so that'll be good.
Yes, like I'm surprised too. Like this is the first time I'm gonna come back from spring break with no tests to look forward to, no projects to turn in. Literally just coming back to school.
Oh yeah.
Blessings.
I'm coming
Blessings.
back to like the home stretch though. Well, Colton too. So
Yeah.
graduation.
Well, I've totally put off like all my work and all my classes, and I was supposed to go see. So I saw the 2 plays for my theater class here.
Yeah.
Supposed to write a critique on both of them.
Didn't
Didn't do
do
it.
it.
So,
Okay.
Keep our fingers
Yeah.
crossed.
Good luck, Colton. Good luck. I've slacked off on my online class, so I might have to catch up on that over the break, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. Anyway, though, in the meantime, let's talk about the week that was and get into our pop topics because this past week, the Oscars happened. You guys were on the rise. Go check out their segment, but I'm glad I get to have y'all on, Michael, and hopefully when she gets here because we didn't have much time to talk about this stuff on the rise.
No, we didn't.
So let's just
But we ready now.
Yeah.
But we're ready.
Let's just let it out, get it out. Okay, so the ending of the Oscars.
Boom, boom, boom. It was like Miss Universe all
Yes.
over again.
Yeah.
But it was, I don't know, what really got to me was the fact that they just kept presenting their speeches and accepting the award rather than listening to the commotion behind them, trying to figure out what was going on. But, yeah.
Well, the guy was like, "Oh, by the way, we didn't win," and then the
I
other
thought-
guy came up.
I thought that was a little spiteful, like he was a little mad, which is understandable, like they called him, but
Yeah.
he'd been up there 6 times already. They
That's
had won
true.
6 times,
Yeah.
6 speeches. I don't need to hear you again. What
No.
else can you say?
The other producer was very grateful, though. I thought
He was.
He was.
Well, I'm sure all of them were, but the one that got
Yeah.
up there, he's like, "Moonlight won. You guys won."
Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, he just dropped it in there.
Yeah. But as far as those movies, I mean, La La Land was my favorite of the season out of the Best Picture nominees that I saw. I liked Moonlight. I get the significance, the importance of the story that film tells, but it didn't do it for me.
I didn't like the
La La Land
ending
did.
of Moonlight because it just ended. Like,
Just
it didn't
ends,
have,
yeah.
like, a
I
build
felt
up or anything. It just
empty. Like,
boom,
Yeah.
and then the credits happened. Like, that was it. But La La Land, to me, it was a good musical. I didn't really see a lot of the cinematic
Oh,
value
see,
to it.
what?
But
No,
I thought
I
it was a great musical. I love the songs. I have the soundtrack on my
Yeah.
Apple Music, but
I need to download that.
get your life.
I'm gonna disagree with you on the cinematic part. I thought it was just just such a throwback to classic film, and it just made me feel so good. Like when I was watching it, I was invested the whole time into these characters and this
True,
story, and it was so
true.
beautiful. But you know,
But, okay, I can agree with I like the whole old Hollywood look. There were parts where it was a little weird. I did love the fact, like, or the scene where they were, like, in the Griffith Observatory, and they went off into, like, the space thing. That was really weird. It was weird, but I loved it.
Yeah.
Other than that, Emma Stone can't sing.
right?
So
And Ryan
that
Gosling.
was...
I was trying to figure out how she got that role, first of
Yeah.
all.
It was originally offered to Emma Watson, fun fact, so I've been told, and she turned it down for Beauty and the Beast.
Okay,
Well,
smart
good for her,
choice.
good for her,
Smart
good for
choice.
her.
I would've
You
did
think
the
so?
same.
I think it
She
would
could
have
have won an Oscar.
Well, I think it would have been weird with her. One, her with
Well,
Ryan Gosling.
She can't sing
I did-
either,
well, true.
so we think.
We've
see.
seen.
We
No,
don't
we've
know.
seen. We've seen.
We've seen
previews and
enough. I
snippets.
think we can tell.
I've seen
Auto
enough.
tune.
Well, just like her with Ryan Gosling would look so weird. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, Emma Stone does
Well, Emma
that
Stone and
probably.
Ryan, no, they have good chemistry because they've done like 3 movies together.
yeah,
so.
but like Emma Watson is Hermione to me.
Yeah,
so
that
she's
would
always
work.
She will
12 in
always
my
be.
head.
I don't even know how I'm going to handle her in Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
True.
We'll see. But congrats to Emma Stone though. She won Best Actress.
Yes.
And I think that's really cool because I remember a few years ago I was like, man, I love Emma Stone, but Jennifer Lawrence just came and stole her thunder. It seemed like in the
I'm so
industry.
jealous.
Jennifer
Jennifer
Lawrence
Lawrence.
died really fast, though. She came really quick and she died really
I mean,
fast.
Well,
she'll be back, but
she's had
I'm
a
glad
lot of
Emma
negative,
Stone. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
publicity.
Yeah, Emma
Lately,
Stone though.
yeah.
I'm glad she got her chance to shine. It's a great role, but again, the singing thing, like if they couldn't perform their songs live at the Oscars, you know something's up.
Yeah, yeah.
Just saying. Also, some of the categories: Best Actor went to Casey Affleck. Now that's a little controversial because he's had some controversial things come out about him. Still a great performance in Manchester by the Sea, if you guys saw that movie. I
Very
did.
depressing.
It's a very
I loved
depressing
it.
movie, but
I love the
of
fact
course,
that it's depressing.
Colton, it's totally a Colton movie.
It
It's
really
also
is.
hilarious though.
Yeah.
Like the dialogue between some of the characters. So I really got into that movie too with the characters and stuff. So all of these Oscar movies are very character driven and indie films.
Yeah, they're not gonna pick anything.
Yeah.
That's gonna make money.
True. Yeah. But I like that. I think people were a little bit disappointed that
Yes.
Denzel didn't win for Fences.
Very.
Rooting for Denzel.
Yeah.
Fences.
He
was-
had
it
some
was so
momentum.
good.
He had
It
some
was so
momentum,
good, though.
but yeah.
Well, that's like
I
his
digress.
role. It's his role.
Yeah.
Like,
Like he tailored that to him. He directed it, produced it, everything. Like he
Right.
was so involved into it and didn't get that payoff.
yeah, I was so surprised when they called that. That was probably the category where I knew
Really?
who
I
I
thought
was going to
Casey
be the winner.
Affleck because he won in a lot of the other shows too.
Ben
Yeah.
Affleck's brother.
Yeah, and Ben Affleck was like so proud of him in the
Yeah, I
audience.
saw him crying. I thought
Yeah.
that was a
That
really
was
sweet
cute. That was
moment,
cute.
but then at the same time, it's like
You wanted Denzel.
Denzel should have had that.
And that would have been three. If Denzel had won, that would have been 3 African American winners, which would have been even more diversity. The Oscars that last year it was the Oscars so white,
The last
and this
2
year,
years.
and this year there was
It
some
was-
more diversity.
it was a little
in this,
swirl
yeah, a
going
little swirl
on.
in the supporting categories. Viola Davis took home supporting actress.
Yes.
So happy for her.
Yes.
Viola Davis when she lost to Meryl Streep that year. I was so mad. Like she should have won for The Help.
I remember
but
my mom
so
cut the
happy.
TV off.
Oh,
when
I was
that
so
happened. She
mad.
was like,
Well, like Meryl
"That's
Streep's
it."
great, but like the Oscars always just nominates her because I feel like they have to, and even Meryl Streep knows like she doesn't want.
Oh, well, the
She
role
even
that she
tweeted.
won, the Iron Lady versus
Yeah.
Viola Davis in
Yeah.
The Help. I'm sorry.
She
No.
knew.
She
I
knew
think
too,
the
yeah.
problem was that wasn't enough of a best actress role for Viola Davis. Like it
True.
was more supporting.
Which I was still a little mad at that the supporting actress role was my favorite category of the Oscars because it had so many people that I thought had an amazing performance. Octavia Spencer
Yes.
killed it.
Yes.
I think
That's-
in Hidden Figures, I think Taraji P. Henson should have gotten some
I
award
was
season love.
so
She
mad that she was not in the.
She didn't get
she wasn't even
nominated.
nominated.
Yeah,
Nothing.
no. And she was for me more of a
played
standout.
Catherine.
Yeah, than
She was Catherine.
than Octavia. But back to supporting actress. Yeah.
Yeah,
You were
no.
naming off the people.
Well, no, yeah, I'm happy with it. Like, I love Viola Davis. The fact that she's the first African American woman to win both a Tony, an Emmy, and an Oscar, like, kill it.
Yeah. Does that make her like an EOT? EOT. She needs a Grammy to be an EGOT.
Oh,
no, no.
Can't she sing?
It would
She
surprise
could
me.
do. She
It
could
would
do
not
like a
surprise
talking
me.
album. She could win
True,
for
It
that.
would
that's
not
true.
surprise me.
I bet that's. I wonder what Whoopi
I hope
won a
she goes
Grammy
for it.
for. You think that's what she
Didn't-
won? A
didn't
talking
she?
album or something?
Well, she
I don't
had
know.
like a little snippet in Sister Act. And
Oh,
True.
okay. That might be
Yeah.
it. Okay.
But if she did that, if she just read stories,
Yeah, I would listen to Viola.
Yeah.
Because her speeches are always so good.
So
And so
beautiful, and they motivate me to want to do something. Like really go out there and do something.
Yeah.
Like I went and ate a kale salad
Ew,
Oh my
gross.
gosh.
No.
Okay.
No thanks.
because Viola told me I could do it.
Just
Very
come back from
proud of
Hendrix
her.
for
Very
us, so.
happy for her. Finally, especially after, because I'm still mad that Meryl beat her that year. But anyway, okay. And then in the supporting actor category, now how did we practice how to pronounce this guy's
Marshala.
name?
Marshala
Marshala Ali from Moonlight,
Yes.
and great
Amazing.
performance. That was
That
definitely a
one
supporting
snippet,
performance
yes.
because he wasn't in the movie for that long, but it was good.
So
And
good. And he's the most handsome
Yeah.
man.
Oh, okay.
He's so handsome. But he plays on Netflix. Luke Cage. He plays the villain in Luke Cage, and
Different
so
role
it's
there.
so it's good. For
He
me,
was
it
in-
was really good to see him switch up like that. And he was in
Hidden
Hidden
Figures,
Figures too.
yeah.
He has an army role. He was the good guy there.
Yeah.
He was the stand-up man. He was the villain in Luke Cage, and then he was like
he was a
a
drug
soft
dealer.
drug dealer.
Yeah,
He
a
was
soft
Well,
drug
it's
That's
just
dealer.
how
how
drug
versatile
dealer.
he is as an actor,
Yeah.
which is really good.
Yes.
Cool.
And I just
There
love
were
it.
lots of people, like, because he was in that in Hidden Figures, and then also Janelle Monáe was in
Yeah,
Hidden
she
Figures
was in
and
Hidden Figures
Moonlight.
and in Moonlight.
Yeah, so
I loved them together. I thought they were
Yeah,
so cute. And I
yeah.
love Janelle Monáe.
I love her, just her singing. Oh.
She's so little. I didn't realize how small she was, too. But anyway.
But yes, so some diversity in the winners this year. A few more categories I want to touch on. The best animated feature. and I'll talk about this more on my Disney podcast, but yay, Zootopia! Yay!
That was such a
Zootopia
good
was
movie.
so good. I
Yes.
love the concept.
Yes.
I love the concept.
I enjoyed Moana. I'm not going to say I loved Moana, but I enjoyed Moana, but I'm glad Zootopia won. I wish that Moana would have won for Best Song. In a perfect world, Zootopia would have won animation and Moana won song. But City of Stars, of course, that would have to happen.
They were going to have to win with
Yeah.
that. Like,
Lin-Manuel, he'll get in with the Oscar people as time goes by, and he'll win stuff.
It's a
but
given.
well, the writing for just what's the main song on it?
How Far I'll Go.
was beautiful.
Yeah. Well, and the performance, and we can talk about the performances and stuff, but that was like a highlight performance for me. But any other categories like that y'all want to talk about? I thought the best speech, one of the screenplays, the guy like thanked his mom and everything, and I was like, yes, I love it. But
well, maybe going off on my nerddom, but like what was it? Makeup, special effects, makeup.
Suicide Squad.
I'm so
I
disappointed.
was so hot. I saw that too, and I was like, I could do some Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I could
People
do that.
have been mad about that.
I could go buy some
Well,
baby
Star
powder.
Trek. Star Trek had amazing makeup. I feel like their team was cheated
Yeah,
out
the
of that.
guy. I mean, not the guy, but the girl who played Jayla. Just the creases in her face and the prosthetics on her head, like that. I know that takes time. Like that.
And
Suicide Squad.
Well, when I kept looking at Killer Croc, I was like, this makeup.
That was intense.
Well, I
I'm
didn't
not gonna
like
lie.
the makeup for it.
You did?
No,
I thought it was
I didn't think
creepy.
it was proportionate at all. I was like, maybe it's weird, but well,
I like the eyes.
yeah, those were cool, especially the fact that they made it really reptile-like, and it was like, ugh.
Okay, I don't even know where y'all are at anymore. Michael Lynn was texting me. I'm trying to get Michael Lynn in here when we get to fashion. So let's go on and talk about the performances and stuff, since we were just kind of mentioning Moana there. But Ali'i Carvalho, I think is how you say it.
It is.
Oh my goodness, like yes. Oh, and Colton, can you just say Moana for me, please?
Moana.
Thank you. If you guys missed, well, okay. When we did the Rise, we did one episode where Colton said Mona.
I feel like I have to address the
Mona.
fact that Whit kept reminding me multiple times. He said, it's not Mona, it's Moana. So as soon as I get on the camera, I was like, Mona.
Yeah. We edited and made it work. But anyway, Ali'i, she killed it, y'all. That was
And
my
she's just
highlight of the
16.
show.
She's
She's
just
16 years
16.
old. Crazy.
Beautiful.
She killed her performance and her dress
Her-
and
yeah.
the little still
Which we'll
shots
talk
that they
about
did
that
of her.
later.
But
For, oh God, her red carpet dress was
Yeah,
amazing.
and the flags though came through and hit her on the head, but she still
she
kept
still
going.
kept
Pro.
going though. The show does not
She's a
stop.
performer.
The
and
show
I,
does
Put
not stop.
Idina Menzel to shame, because when Idina Menzel did Let It Go, whew, that was rough. Remember that?
I don't know what
Adele
happened.
Dazeem.
I don't know
she used
what
to be
happened
so
with her.
good.
Well, she can sing.
She can.
Like, I
just
went
think
to a
that
concert
song
in
was,
Nashville because
Oh,
I
I
knew I was
bet you
about to go
did.
to that. It was so good.
Yeah.
But
I think it was just the
Maybe
nerves
she's
got
just
to
going through
Adina.
some things.
But Ali showed her up, because that was great. That was great. Very
And
powerful.
she was on Ellen and she sang with that 5-year-old girl. It was so sweet. It was like right after the Oscars.
Oh yes, I saw
So
that.
cute.
I
You
saw
should
that.
really go look it up.
The little girl's dad played the guitar with them. So cute.
Yeah.
The little girl knew all the words.
Yeah.
Which is better than I do because
And she's like mumbling but singing it.
Aw.
Only
Cute.
Ellen can make magic like
Yes.
that.
Yay for Ellen. Okay, any other performances or anything that y'all remember from the night? Jimmy Fallon, okay, hold up. Jimmy Kimmel hosted the show, but of course, we always
He
get
is
Jimmy
not
Fallon
Jimmy
and
Fallon.
Jimmy Kimmel mixed up. I thought he did a good job, though. And you brought up, we were talking about Ellen, that kind of transitions, because it was a very Ellen hosting Oscar style show. Like, he involved,
bringing the
the
people
audience,
in,
bringing the
stuff like
people
that.
in.
Well, honestly,
you know.
when Ellen hosted the Oscars, I was super hyped for it, but
I loved
was-
that Oscars.
Well, I was kind of let down.
Really?
Well, I love Ellen, and her humor is definitely something that speaks to me. But I feel like the only part of the Oscars I really liked was the pizza scene. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
just
and the
and the
selfie
selfie.
scene. Yeah.
true, the selfie that broke the internet,
Yeah.
literally shut down Twitter.
Yeah.
No
great.
one has beat that yet.
Okay. Well, but I thought Jimmy Kimmel, he did a lot of stuff that Ellen would have done, and he tweeted at Donald Trump. I thought that was great. He kind of set the night. There wasn't a lot of politics involved in the show, just here and there, but he kind of got that out of the way at the beginning,
Yeah.
I felt
Yeah.
like.
He said
so.
what he had to say in his little opening monologue.
Mhm.
I like the fact that he brought people in off the streets
Yeah,
to
we
look
were
at the
mentioning
stars.
that,
yeah.
Gary was my favorite.
Gary from Chicago.
Gary from Chicago.
Yeah.
I love you, Gary.
People were saying that they were making fun of, but okay, I'm sorry. These people would have had to have signed a piece of paper that said
Yeah,
they could
no.
go on TV. They
Yeah.
knew what they were getting into.
They knew it.
Just so you know.
Well, people will do anything to get on TV too.
yeah,
I know.
yeah. They could have been actors for all we know. Come on.
Gary was keeping it real.
Mhm.
He was.
He was. He was. Okay, also, Matt Damon, they let that be a huge part of the show, which I loved. Y'all don't like his beef with Matt Damon?
It was. It's just weird.
I was like,
Okay.
what's going on right
Well, that's
now?
been a thing for years. Y'all remember all that stuff that he used to do with Matt Damon? No?
I mean, he's not Jimmy Fallon. Can we talk about
Okay.
that? Like,
Yeah. But Jimmy
I
Fallon
love
didn't do
Jimmy
a great job
He
at
did.
hosting the Golden
Neither did
Globes.
James Corden with the
Grammys. We're
Can we
going to talk about
That
the, yeah,
was
we're going to talk about the
cringeworthy.
Grammys.
It was
So
very
bad.
cringeworthy.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No, Jimmy Kimmel, yeah, he did a good job. He
Yeah,
really did.
and the food dropping was kind of odd, but yeah, the snacks and stuff from the ceiling. Yeah.
I feel
Well,
like
I would've-
if I was to
there, I
ever go
would've
to the
been okay with
Oscars,
that.
I would wear a big enough dress where I could just hide stuff under my dress.
Rihanna with her flask at the Grammys.
Yes. Okay. Well, okay. So here's what we'll do. We'll go on into the Grammys since we're headed that way. Then we'll come back to fashion on the Oscars because I'm
We can
waiting
talk
on
fashion
Michael
about
Lynn.
everything.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Oscars and Grammys.
Okay. So going back, we haven't talked about the Grammys on this show yet. So Grammys.
Yes.
Can y'all even remember? I mean, that
I
was so
do.
long
I had to
ago.
do a
But
refresher.
okay. What do y'all want to say about it? Because
I
Adele
feel
versus
the biggest-
Beyonce.
Yeah, that was the biggest one
Okay.
with the Adele versus Beyonce thing.
Well, me and Gabby talked about this before. Like, they're such complete different artists, but they're both so respectable by what they do.
Yes.
Like, Beyonce is a performer. She kills it. She slays. That's her, and she's great at it. Adele is a vocalist.
Yes.
And she can bring a house down standing still with just her voice. And they're both completely opposite spectrums, but I feel like as long as everyone else respects them and they respect each other, that's the greatest
Which
part about
clearly they do. They do. Both of them respect each other. Adele has a clear admiration of Beyonce, which I love. And that
was
she was
so
open.
touching.
She openly admitted that
it.
in her speech, and I was like, yes. And then in a press conference that she did afterwards, she was like, what does Beyonce have to do to get a Grammy for Album of the Year? And I was like, right, we're there with you. We
But
understand.
yeah, when an artist to call out the nominators, the Grammy people, and is like, hey, you messed up. Like
Adele was like, to the Academy, what she got to do? Give me a study
I want to
guide.
know what she does to have that strength to be able to break her Grammy in half and give it to Beyonce.
Like she was in Mean Girls or something.
Yeah.
You get a piece. You get a piece.
Well, I'm so mad they cut that off from the actual show.
They knew what they were doing. They didn't want nobody to see that.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, I mean, I have stuff to contribute to this conversation. I'm gonna go get Michael in. But my thought is, 25 was my album of the year.
It was
Lemonade
so good.
was great, but I wasn't mad about. Oh, wait, that's her. Okay. I gotta let her in because it's locked. Yay!
How am I supposed to know what this room
Come
is?
sit
Girl,
next to
it
me.
took me like 15 minutes.
Come over here.
That's
What are you
it.
doing?
Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm
You're
late.
good. All right, so
It's good.
we're talking Grammys, and then we're gonna go back and talk
We're doing
about...
like an overall fashion of Grammys and Oscars
Yeah,
after.
so we'll go back. So Michael and White is joining us now, and we are talking about the Grammys, of course, but we were discussing the Adele versus Beyonce, and I was going to say that 25 was really my album of the year personally. I think Lemonade did have more of a cultural impact, but 25 was just my personal favorite, so I was not mad about it. They're both great, And Beyonce won the R&B, and
As she should
so
have. I
yeah.
expect nothing less.
Well, yeah.
Even though I was kind of, she was like, "Oh, I didn't expect this," but she pulled out the gold
That
envelope.
gold envelope.
Mhm.
Girl,
Yeah.
try it again.
Yep. And of course, carrying twins though, looking.
This is really the first time we've seen her, besides the pregnancy photos, where she was just out very
Yeah.
much.
I
And
think,
it was
love that.
big.
yeah, but I think she was so guarded with Blue Ivy because she lost a child before then. So
Yeah.
I guess she wanted to keep that under wraps, be more private about it.
Is that why? Because Beyonce used to be so closed off, and then when she found, you know what? When Little Northwest came on the scene and everybody was seeing how cute she was, then we started seeing more of Blue Ivy, all of that. So come on, Beyonce, because she's a down-home girl.
Well, but
and
also-
now we get to see that, and I really like that about
Remember
her.
how everybody said her pregnancy was fake with
Yes.
Northwest? I mean, I said
With
Northwest.
Blue
What's her Blue
Ivy.
Ivy?
Blue
Oh
Ivy.
Lord, that is a wrong.
We all know that Northwest.
Well,
we all
the
saw that
hive is
pregnancy.
coming for you.
Sorry.
The
Oh
hive is
no.
on its way.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Okay. Oops.
We're not saying that. I
Yes.
do remember that though. That's
Yeah.
funny. Now there's no question. She
Yeah.
had it out and about.
Yes. And just,
I mean,
just
they're
wanna.
still.
Y'all better
Some
believe.
rumors.
Y'all saw
Have you
her.
not heard them though?
There are no rumors.
I mean, I don't believe them, but they are still spreading.
Okay.
It's
The same
crazy.
thing?
Yes.
No
Oh, my
way.
Lord.
No way. So the new voice though, the new voice y'all hear, that's Michael Lynn White. Say hey, Michael Lynn.
Yes. Hi guys, Michael and White here. So I'm a
Yes,
little late,
yes.
but glad to be here.
Yes.
Woo.
Okay, and let's just finish up the Grammys. I mean, that was
Well,
kind
there's
of the
a
big
lot.
winners.
That
Chance
was
the
big
Chance
thing.
the Rapper.
Oh, he killed it.
Yes,
Well, to
and-
be not even signed to a label.
Yes,
And
first
still
for the
not
streaming
signed.
artists. Like,
Still not signing. to
good job.
Labels.
Yeah.
He did. Still thanking God in his speech. That was so
Amen.
sweet.
Oh,
His
took us
speech
to
and his
church in his
performances.
performance.
Yes.
Pamela Mann,
Kirk
Kirk Franklin up in there.
Praise
yes.
God.
Yes.
Praise the
Oh,
Lord.
wait. The Adele performance.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about the performances.
She did amazing.
I wanted
Yes.
Water I mean, I wanted
Water
water.
under the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
loved
Well, I
her.
loved. Well, not the beginning. I didn't like that.
Oh,
hello.
the tribute.
Yeah, the tribute.
Where she
Yeah.
stopped and started.
It was
Yeah.
hello. And
I'm
I'm
having
done
to
with
think
it.
that.
That's
We've
over.
heard hello too many times.
Yeah.
I think that's why
She
I
could
was
have chose any other song because that album
and I
has
would have been happy.
every song I love from that
Yeah.
album. River Leah. Is it
River Lee.
Lee?
River Lee.
My favorite. But come on, the George Michael tribute though, amazing. The fact that she
Amazing.
can command and just be like, you know what, we're restarting, and she can just say
She
whatever
did
she
what
wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because it was
That was
last year
cool.
when the thing dropped on the piano and like got in the wrong
Oh,
key
they
and
screwed
stuff.
her over last year.
Yeah. So she's like, I'm not doing this again. So that was cool. We already kind of talked about Beyonce's performance. We mentioned Chance the Rapper.
Oh, we did not talk about Beyonce's.
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
we talked
We'll talk
about
about it.
Beyonce.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
I'm sure I'm gonna have a different opinion because I thought it was weird.
I mean, it was weird, but
actually-
it was.
And you know,
artistic.
I adore her. And I was like, what is she? Even my mom was texting me and she loves Beyonce. And I was like, what is she doing?
Well, she didn't actually like sing during it. It was
didn't.
more spoken word.
Yeah.
than
And
anything.
it
But you
was
loved
more
it.
graphic.
But you can't really sing when you got. I mean,
True.
pregnancy
well, that's
like
why
that.
she had to cancel Coachella.
Mhm.
Which, I mean,
Lady Gaga stepping in,
which is
yes.
great
I think
publicity
that's
for
gonna
Lady
be
Gaga's new
so
tour.
amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, Joanne World Tour.
Boom.
Lady Gaga with what was the group she went?
Okay, she went with
Oh,
Metallica.
Metallica.
But they muted Metallica's mic the whole
Yeah.
first half of the
I
thing.
know. It's like one of the biggest
Oops.
bands, and you can't
In
even
the
hear
world.
him.
Not do
Yeah,
that.
tech problems like we
But
have
back
here
to
at
Beyonce.
A
TSU.
friend of mine
Anyway.
used to be
Shade.
the tour manager for Metallica.
Are y'all still friends?
We are.
Well,
he doesn't work for
Lady
Metallica anymore.
I wanted Lady Gaga to do Perfect Illusion 2 with them because wouldn't that have been
would've
great?
so great.
She's
That
never
would've
done
been so
Perfect
great.
Illusion.
No.
It's
My
annoying.
heart
Even at the
breaks 'cause
Super
that's
Bowl.
I
such
said
a
tour
power
manager. I'm sorry,
couple.
that was wrong. He was their monitor engineer. My
Oh.
bad.
What is
Same
that?
difference.
It's a big deal, especially
Same
for a band like
difference.
Metallica. Anyway,
Yeah.
let me
But
clarify
the
that for this
graphics.
podcast. You never know where things are going to end
Yeah.
up. When I'm a big star one day, honey, I don't want this coming back. He'll be like, Michael, why did you call me the tour manager?
Oh,
Why did
gosh.
you shade me on your college podcast?
Right?
Why you play me like that? I understand, but
Why did you
Beyonce's
shade me?
performance though.
Yes, I want to
Yes.
hear what
Okay,
you have to
let me
say,
tell you.
Gabby.
What do you-
I thought it was really good. I thought it was culturally. It was based off of Yoruba. She's a Nigerian goddess that respects fertility, love, life, and happiness. So that was what her headpiece and her dress and everything were based off of. I agree with you on the visuals. It was a little off-putting for me, but I just knew where it was coming from. That's all.
See, I had
So-
no idea.
Well, I think I got too distracted by the whole chair scene. I was like, don't put that pregnant girl on that chair. I don't care how many hydraulics.
We were all
you
like-
put it on there.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, she gonna topple over at the end
But
of the
she did
world.
good.
No, she's good.
Yeah. And Blue Ivy was so cute in the audience,
She
like
did.
cheering
She
on her
stole the
mom.
show. She
She's so
stole the
cute.
show.
Yeah.
She
Some of her little
saved that
friends.
hot mess of a carpool karaoke that James Corden tried to do.
Oh yeah, that was bad. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. I need to see it.
Because James Corden, he did okay, but
It was
No, he didn't.
cringeworthy.
I'm not gonna give him that credit. The opening
Beyonce
act
was
I
in there?
hated.
No, Blue Ivy was in the he was trying to do like
Carpool
a
karaoke. Oh,
yes, yes,
carpool
yes.
The car
karaoke
were cut out.
thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. Okay,
Yeah.
now I see. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm feeling you now.
did y'all have any like really like worst performances of the night? Because I was not feeling Katy Perry and her new song.
Okay.
I don't even know her new song.
I don't
I
even
like
remember.
Change to the
so
Rhythm.
Chained to the Rhythm. There's like a political message to it, and I'm just
Well,
like.
I watched some conspiracy theory videos.
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't know if I should share them.
I love that you're watching videos.
Videos
Do those
are-
exist?
No. Yeah. No.
I'm like, oh my god, that's hilarious.
We're
It's
all
great.
chained to the rhythm, you guys.
Oh, I like Bruno
Stealing
Mars's
Bruno.
performance. I love
Oh,
Bruno.
he killed it.
But
Yeah.
who was it that they did a tribute to that Demi Lovato and Tori Kelly were
Oh, the Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees. That was so good.
amazing.
Oh,
Demi
so
and
good.
Tori, like
When you
the
put them
strongest
together,
vocalists in
oh,
the
my
world.
people
Right,
right
Demi,
there.
don't like her as a person. Love her as an
She can
artist.
sing.
She is a
can
great singer.
sing.
Yeah.
Her on her
Love.
Twitter need to get off.
Yeah, she needs to
It's
get
like
off
Trump
Twitter.
on Twitter.
She needs to get off.
But she can blow.
She
Yeah.
can. Y'all, what about Maren Morris and Alicia Keys? Like, can we take a hot second for that? Because that was incredible.
Yes.
It was
And Maren
great.
Morris's outfit just gave me everything.
Okay.
Well, I thought because she was nominated for a whole bunch of country music awards,
Yes.
and she did win. What was Best New Artist?
Yes.
Yes.
I was
she
there.
did.
I worked it.
what, the CMA?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So she's so nice though.
She is.
Yeah,
She
she's
I
seems
can
so
like
believe it. She
it.
looks nice. She
So
looks really
lovely.
nice.
But yeah, I just felt like I tweeted it too. Like whoever's coming up with these weird pairings of either performances, I did like their performance, but there was another performance
It was my friend Jesse's song, Peter Pan, that is sung by Kelsey Ballerini.
Oh yeah, that one was weird.
It was weird.
Kelsey
The song
Ballerini.
is so good.
And who did they put her with? The guy who sings the 7 Years Old.
7
Lucas
years
Graham.
old.
Lucas Graham is an amazing vocalist.
They're both great.
But that was a weird.
It didn't match
It was like a
together.
mashup of the songs. No,
I think it's because it was like Peter Pan and he was talking about being 7 years old, but yeah, it did not work. It ruined both songs and they're both great songs.
Yeah.
And my
I
friend's
also-
song got put up in that weird mashup.
Yeah.
But it was on the Grammys. So that's
Michael
all
Lynn's
she
got a lot
wrote.
of friends, you guys.
Right.
No, look at me trying to
We need
name
to be
drop.
Michael
Name
Lynn's
drop.
friend.
Yes.
Well, I thought we were friends, but that's okay.
Okay. Well, any other thoughts on the Grammys?
It was
Any other
good
thoughts?
this year.
It was. I actually really
wasn't
enjoyed it.
disappointed.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was by far my favorite award show this season.
Okay. All right. Well, going back to the fashion for the Oscars, we already had the Oscars discussion, like the show and everything. Sorry, Michael Lynn. But the fashion, take it away.
Have
What
we
you
talked
got?
about the Oscar fashions
We've
yet?
not. No, we were
We
waiting for you.
waited.
Yes,
waited
yay,
for
guys.
you.
Sorry I was late. Our
waited for
listeners.
you.
Okay, let's do it. Let's start it.
Go
Okay.
in.
We already had, no, Gabby's favorite was Janelle Monáe.
Yes.
Ellie Saab Couture.
Beautiful. And I just saw a picture of the back of the dress.
I
Somebody
haven't
tweeted
seen
it.
that.
Oh my gosh. It's just as detailed as the front. They have the little flies and bees hanging off and the little jewels.
And her hair is
everywhere.
always on point. I want to know who
Oh
her
my
hairstylist
gosh.
is.
That's
It was amazing.
all her hair. That's what gets me every time.
Well,
That
guess
is
who's all her hair was there too? Holly Berry.
I like how you did that. I like how you did
Let's
that.
segue into that because that was both of our worst dressed lists,
That
Gabby.
was a mess.
And
That
we
was
adore
a
her.
mess.
She's
Right.
too fabulous to be looking
You are
like.
you have a song. There are songs dedicated to Holly Berry. Bruno Mars has a segment of Holly Berry in his album. Like, and you came showing.
Somebody
Why was she
said a
even
backwards
there?
wig. The backwards wig looking like somebody's grandma.
And she came out and said that was her real hair. And it didn't. I would have just felt comfortable if she said that was a wig. I could understand, but she said that was her real hair. I
A
was like,
backwards
no.
wig. I think Marissa, our friend Marissa said that, y'all.
Yes.
She said looking like somebody's grandma. That is just the
With,
worst.
like
church in the
curls
front
all
row, you know,
big
she's up
over
there.
here. No, and then the dress was bad too. Like it was just a.
It was
It was
a
Versace
mess.
Atelier, which is usually fabulous.
Yeah.
I mean, the dress, it just didn't
It
look
wasn't
good on
even-
her.
it was
It
just-
did not
yeah.
look good on her.
It was underwhelming. She's too fabulous, and it was too huge of an event to have that dress that she could have worn to like a movie premiere.
Well, what you have to think about with dresses too is you have to think about hair because that goes with the jewelry, all the accessories
If she
that
would have
make
wore
the
something
dress.
slick back or just her
It could have looked a
normal
lot
pixie
better.
cut, she still looks great
Yeah,
with
Yeah,
the
but
pixie
whatever.
cut.
The James Bond days, remember those? Yeah.
Oh, she's killing it.
Yeah.
Girl.
Okay, so who else? Who else? Viola
who else
Davis.
Yes, the red was
Amazing,
really
the red.
good. And I caught what you said. I did not know Taraji P. Henson's dress was blue velvet. I thought it was black. I did not catch that.
Yes,
Well,
and I probably
velvet.
would not have known it was velvet, which is just my obsession. But yeah, it was blue.
There was
I
a
did
theme
not
in
know
Velvet.
that. Yeah, because
Yes.
Trevante Rhodes.
Yes, and it
He had
looks
on
black
that
up front,
purple
but
velvet.
it looks so
That's
good
been a
with the
huge
light
trend for
collar.
guys wear.
Yeah.
I've seen on the Today Show. The velvet blazer is here to stay for the men.
I
Too bad
like
it's
it.
spring.
I
I
like
love
But I
it.
can't afford it.
You can. I'm sure. They're
I'm pretty sure.
H&M.
I'm pretty sure it's like coming back. It's like a coming back style. I'm pretty sure Goodwill probably has some somewhere.
okay.
Go spice
okay,
it
I'll
up.
hit it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Barbie
Anybody?
put
Any
that.
like more any on the worst dress list?
And
Oh,
Like-
I have a list. Hold on.
Yes. We
Oh,
discussed
gosh.
Emma Stone. Emma
Yeah,
Stone,
Emma
who was a
Stone was
huge
good.
winner of the night, but she was not one of my favorites. She was a lot of
No.
people's favorites. She was all one color. She was beige from head to toe, except for her red lip, and I was not
Well,
feeling
when you're
it.
that pale or fair skin, you have to think of a dress that's not going to match your skin tone because that is off-putting.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying yes, like I
Nicole
know.
Kidman was very
I'm pale, you
monochromatic,
guys,
but
I know.
I think she worked it because she looks with her Grinch hands, y'all.
With
We'll
her
get to
Grinch
that later.
What?
Hercules.
No, get to that now.
Shit.
You didn't see
rocks
the way
for
she was
days.
clapping? Oh my gosh.
The Grinch
Y'all
hand
were talking
clap.
about this.
Literally.
Remember, you're in a podcast. You have to describe.
She was doing this weird clap, y'all. I'm sure you've seen it
Do
on
you remember?
Twitter.
What's the movie from?
It was it like Paula Abdul clapping on American Idol?
Hercules.
Hercules. What's the movie though? Is it Professor?
Nutty Professor.
Yes, when the mom was really excited and she was clapping back and forth. The
The
Hercules
tips
thing.
of her fingers didn't
Like
touch.
that
It was like
that. It was creepy.
So it was
Bear
Paula
Paw.
Abdul on American
That's not
Yes,
what's so
the
weird,
Paula
except
Abdul.
that is weird that she did that and she was doing that. But then on the videos, it looked like her fingers had finger extensions on them.
We're
They were
like
just like
bending all the way
flopping
back.
in the wind. Y'all gotta Google it if you have not seen it.
But then she
Oh,
tweeted,
my
her
word.
tweet saved her life. Her
I
tweet was
loved
like,
her
"That's
tweet.
how you clap when you have millions of dollars worth of jewelry
I
on." And I was
love
like,
that.
Which I'm not mad at Nicole Kidman. You wear those
Come for their
diamonds. Just
necks.
don't. Next time, just give an air clap or something.
Yeah.
Like
Well, she was nominated this year too.
she was.
so-
Put the Grinch hands away for safety.
Well, we all know she was gonna lose.
I don't even know what movie. What was the Lion?
Lion,
Lion.
yeah.
Which amazing movie.
Okay.
Well,
All right, back to fashion though, y'all.
Yes.
Let's get
Back
on
to
to fashion.
Back to this list.
Yes.
I
Get down
pulled
this
it
list.
up. Okay, so for my best dress, I
y'all's
had
list. I
these
have both y'all's
right
list.
here.
Like,
What
I
did you think
haven't
about Jessica Biel?
Oh, incredible. Let's discuss her for a
Because she
hot
saved
second.
Here's your
herself from
list.
that Emmy, that horrible Emmy dress that she wore. She bounced back at the Oscars.
And JT sneaking in that interview. That went viral.
That was gorgeous. And I want to talk about her necklace for that dress because I believe it was Kaufman Franco's the designer of her dress, but her necklace, which a lot of people thought was part of it, it was a Tiffany necklace, which we think of as being diamonds, old Hollywood, but it was such a fresh, unexpected, like, addition.
I would have never thought of that.
Yeah.
I would never thought
Like, that gives me ideas for other outfits. But anyway, Jessica Biel slayed. Her and Justin were like, well, actually, I have Chrissy Teigen and John Legend as my best dress,
Yeah.
but
so
they
good.
get definitely second.
They are so
Nice.
cute. Did you guys see Chrissy Teigen sleeping on John's shoulder?
Aw.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Why is she sleeping in the Oscar? Why is she tired?
Because the
Casey Affleck was
Oscars are
talking,
known as one of
so.
the most boring award shows.
Yeah.
No, poor
it
thing.
is
She either
boring.
needed a beverage or like an energy drink.
Come on, Rihanna.
A beverage. Yeah, that's like Rihanna at the Grammys.
Pull out the
Well,
glass.
Colton, you mentioned your favorite of the night for dress, and mine too was Ali E. Like, 'cause she looks so
Oh,
good
yeah.
on the red carpet.
Yes.
16 years old,
did.
killing it.
She
So,
What about Haley Steinfeld? Like,
you like her?
she was my
People were
favorite.
talking
of the
about
night.
her.
It was her.
another
Well,
young
the Saturaji,
starlet.
but she
She was really good. I really liked her. She had the sleek ponytail, didn't she?
yeah, it was up
Yeah.
sleek back. The dress was
I loved
incredible.
it.
Like,
As
She
long
looked
as it's
really
not the
edgy.
Ariana Grande ponytail, because I'm so done with
no,
that.
it wasn't a ponytail. It was an
It was
updo.
just-
It was just
yeah.
slicked back.
Good.
But she looked really edgy, very nice. For I had Selma Hayek as the worst
Really?
girl.
You thought that was worse? I mean, it wasn't that exciting. I thought it was just pretty. I
I
guess.
expect more from her.
I think that's why I was just kind of like,
I expected
on to the
more.
next.
I expected more. And Busy Phillips, I don't know what she had on.
Oh, who's best friends with, what's her name? Busy Phillips is best friends with the...
Ben Affleck. They were
No.
sitting right next to
No,
each
no, no,
other
the
at
girl,
the
the girl
thing.
who's nominated from Manchester by the Sea.
Oh, what was her name?
What's her name? Michelle Williams.
Yeah.
And Busy Phillips are best friends.
Well,
Okay.
Busy looked a
Right.
busy mess.
Okay.
Michelle Williams had a beautiful dress, though. I thought
She
the
did.
black and white.
I think
black
it's weird
and
to see
cream.
Billy Phillips sitting at the Oscars like that.
She
I'm like,
should've
why are
toned
you
it
there?
down.
Okay.
Toned it
All right.
down.
All right,
All the
guys.
way.
Well,
That's it. Yeah.
okay. So that's our Oscar fashion. That's our Oscars. And there's one more little topic in the past month that we need to discuss. Another fashion icon who really had some outfit changes at the Super Bowl. Can we
Lady
talk about Gaga?
Stephanie, as I like to call her.
Can we talk about her amazing viral Grammy thing where she was on the red carpet and she had that slow motion glasses take off and her amazing dress?
Yes.
Oh, well, it's not even a dress. It was like a cutoff jacket that just
Yeah.
showed her boobs.
She was still
Oh
cute,
yes,
though.
that was great.
Oh,
That,
she was
I felt like
amazing.
she was the old Gaga. I felt like
Yeah.
lately she's been really
She's getting back
classy.
into,
Really,
since that John Wayne video dropped, I'm like, yes, the old Gaga's back. Crazy Gaga. Yes.
she's
Crazy
getting back to
Gaga.
the monster Gaga.
Yes.
Which she sounded great with Tony Bennett, but like, did you know the album? No.
No. Well, yeah, I mean, it was
Well,
number
it did-
one.
it
It was
sold
number
really
one.
well.
It was number one.
Well, and it sold really well
I feel
with
like
a
it
different
went to-
generation,
yeah,
which is
to a
really
different
weird
generation.
seeing the fact
Yes.
that she, for a
But-
an icon.
The Super Bowl performance was everything. Like, she gave the little monsters what we wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, from the moment
I thought she
it
did.
started, Al Colton said, well,
It
I'm
wasn't.
disappointed.
What?
Really?
What?
Okay,
Let's
like,
hear it.
I
I wanted Edge of Glory. That was the
Yes,
only thing I was
she,
disappointed in.
She had a lot of her popular songs, but I was expecting like a hype song to start. Edge of Glory is perfect for the Super Bowl. So would it? She cut into so many slow songs too, which I was just
Yeah.
like,
Well, okay, but she started with, some patriotic songs. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was her
and
subtle
then
political
and then she went into
Yes.
Poker Face, and I think we said the reason she went into Poker Face is because the lyrics say, "I want to hold them like they do in Texas, please," and the Super Bowl was in Texas, so that made sense.
That was good. But when she sat down
It
at the
was a
piano, I was not mad at that. I thought it was
No,
amazing.
no.
Yeah,
I knew
for
it was kind of
reasons.
slow, but
Yeah.
she was so, you could see her
She's
talent
such a
in that
good
moment.
singer. She's such a good singer.
Anybody notice that there were no songs from Art Flop in there? Just saying.
Praise God.
No applause or anything.
I did like Applause.
Applause.
I did too.
That was the one and
Ooh.
only.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it too. I don't think I know the whole album.
Well, it's,
You don't.
You don't.
Okay.
You don't. You
Just
don't.
Wait, was that which one was Married the Night on?
That was
That was
on Born This Way.
Okay, that
Yeah.
was literally my favorite.
But she came out there. She was doing Born This Way, The Fame Monster,
When she
rah
did
rah.
Born This
I
Way
was
in the
paused
bathtub.
up.
Right.
I was paused up that night.
I was even asking you. I was like, I've got to tweet this. What hashtag do I use? And I think you told me
Pause
pause
up.
up.
Pop up, little monster.
I was just so proud of her, and it was
She did
so
great.
great. The vocals, everything was
Vocals,
there. The choreography, the
I was
choreo.
there for Corey.
I mean, I was like,
so
thank you,
cute.
because Michael and as we discussed, we were watching the Super Bowl together. What pop star is going to come out and do choreography like that? Britney Spears can't do that anymore.
No, she can't.
No,
she was
she
killing
tried.
it.
She tried.
Bless her.
They'd be like
Bless.
pushing her around the stage. Like, no. So, Gaga, thank you.
She
for
did great,
that.
Thank you
but
for giving it.
the end. I wanted there to be some sort of like super dramatic ending
Oh,
or
she
something.
jumped out. I liked
Well,
it.
no, it just like stopped after a song and she was
Yeah.
like, I don't know anything.
Okay, well, Edge of Glory would have been a good ending. Edge of Glory would have been a good
Yes.
ending. So.
I needed a high note just for that last minute. I needed
Yeah.
something. Oh,
But overall,
Rah,
she did
rah,
really good. Though.
yeah.
She did
And I
really
love
She
that
did good.
everybody liked it. I love the body image that she put out. People were talking about her stomach, which she's a great body. Like, I love
it's
that. Had a
insane.
little, a tiny little.
She just looked
She was
good.
smooth.
I mean, it was like skin, and
Yeah.
but anyway, whatever it put out that
wasn't
she's
even a
not a
pooch.
stick.
Yes.
She's not.
Stick,
And
you
she's
know,
okay
she's
with that.
healthy.
She's shown herself
Yes.
in skimpier outfits than that.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
It was classy.
it.
It was great.
well, people always look for something
She's
to
so
complain about.
like
Yeah, they
so
do.
talented. And then to wrap it up on that conversation about the Super Bowl, like it's so nice to see an artist who has paid her dues, and you could tell how much, like you can always tell how much she appreciates and is happy to be where she's at. I'm just like yes.
but don't do
Totally.
telephone
Like it
without
wasn't like
Beyonce.
okay, yeah,
Never.
she did telephone, and I expected
She
Beyonce
did
to come
good.
out.
We
did
thought
good.
she was gonna come out.
We were
and
like, where's she
Beyonce's
at?
making a special
I was like,
appearance.
Yeah.
She's Texas. Oh no.
Yeah, no.
I love Beyonce's Super Bowl performance. Let me
Yeah.
just throw it
I
back.
still go
Like
back
where does
and
this
watch
rank?
it.
I mean, I do
It's
too.
good.
Yes,
For
I
me,
still go back and
Gaga
watch
was better than Katy Perry.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
Yes.
I mean,
The only
for
thing I like
sure.
about Katy Perry is
She
was
brought out
how-
Missy Elliott. That's the only
I mean,
thing.
yeah, Katy Perry has a
God.
wider appeal, like a wider
She
appeal for
does. She
people,
reaches a lot of the young
but
girls too.
still, like
The only thing for
Gaga.
that was just Missy Elliott.
Katy
when she
Perry
brought
doesn't
her.
have the vocals Gaga has. So.
No.
Yes.
If Gaga had brought out Missy Elliott and Beyonce, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
So
Missy
apparently
Elliott's
they
my
had a
queen.
football game at the Lady Gaga concert. Like
Right.
that's
There
that's
you
what that
go.
would have been.
There you go.
That's
I can
what that
promise
would've
you I
did
don't
not
care about the
watch
game.
Yes.
I just know
Okay.
that the Falcons lost. They would lead it and then they lost. That's all
Oh
I know.
yeah. Well, the game was really exciting, but who cares? Okay, so we barely have time. We're like way over time because I was trying to go 30 minutes, but we
said
barely
we could
have
go
time for these. Yeah, I said we could go longer because we got special guests. We'll go longer, but we barely got time for these in case you missed it topics, which is just what we
Okay.
run through at the end of the show. Really quick, Gabby, I want to hear your thoughts on this. The Black Bachelorette is happening, first time ever. Is that significant? Like,
It's
really? Like,
Do you feel like they're just kind of like reaching for an audience?
I
Because
think
you know,
that's all
these
that.
networks,
That's
Okay.
all that
Really?
is.
I was thinking
really
that
I
they
think
would
would
that
too.
be super excited.
No,
we don't
'cause
date
I
in
mean,
public. That's
do
not
people-
something that we
do
do.
we, like-
Really? Tell
That's-
me to hear more about
I
that.
just like in the, I don't know, as an African American woman, like I would not feel comfortable dating other people on the show, especially then like they go back and kiss. All and it's just if you ain't
That is
raised like that, you just don't go
interesting.
kissing man to man on camera.
oh, snap.
I just like Colton said, I really just think they're reaching.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna watch it though.
Okay.
I think it's so good.
But they're reaching.
Well, and the funny thing was that the girl, they announced this and the girl wasn't even off of The Bachelor yet. And so it was like, spoiler, because she's going to be gone if she's going to be The Bachelorette. She doesn't win, so too bad.
Oh, that is true. So
Yeah.
she's on The Bachelor currently. I don't even watch it, y'all.
or she might be out now, but when they announced it,
Well,
she
maybe
wasn't
working
off
for
yet,
it, so we need to get them.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
we do.
Yes. Okay, keep moving on here with these last few topics. The paraplegic guy who, the fiance, did y'all see this story? It's a cute little trending
Yes.
story.
So cute.
They took this couple, they took engagement photos, and they also announced their pregnancy with these photos. Or maybe they were doing pregnancy
think it was
photos, and then
pregnancy
he
photos.
proposed to her during the photo
Which is
shoot.
so sweet.
But he's paraplegic. He, like in 2014, I think we read, he had a dirt bike accident, and they met at like a facility she was working at where he was, getting rehabilitation.
Yeah, she's kind of like a physical therapist.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they took the picture and to
On
say
this
she's
little
pregnant,
sign.
and there's like a sign that says
It still works.
it still works.
What?
It still works.
That
we
is
got a baby on the
interesting,
way.
though. I'm googling that.
Well, and they talked about how they thought that they ever wanted to have kids, they would have to have like IV and all that. So yeah,
That is
I'm
so
so
cute.
happy with
that's
that. And
IVF.
they're beautiful couples.
IVF.
IVF, yeah.
Well,
In
IFB.
in
We're
vitro
thinking of
fertilization, which I did, y'all. I did my high school pro-con paper on. Why should I not remember that? Okay. Anyway, I
I know,
did.
I tried to
They're a
block out
beautiful
anything
couple.
from high
I
school.
wish them the best of luck.
Surrogacy.
Yes,
That was
they're
my
cute.
topic.
That is
She has
great.
great hair too. She's great hair.
Yeah,
Who knows
very
what
cute
her
couple. Go
extension-
check out
but-
that story. Another fun trending story, y'all. April the giraffe.
My bad.
Hasn't had that baby yet.
Gosh, I'm loving the memes about this giraffe. I can't even take it.
It's so ridiculous. Like, they started live streaming earlier, like last week, and they were like, "Oh, she's gonna give birth any minute now." YouTube had to pull it down after streaming for 48 hours.
And she literally just standing there.
She's just
No
there.
baby.
Just
We
And
need
what's
the giraffe.
baby's name?
We
Do we
need
know the
this.
baby's name?
Yes, it's a boy. Oh, it's Oscar.
Okay.
I believe.
We'll see.
Or Oliver.
Look at you,
I'm so
Oliver.
sorry. I wrote a
No.
story on it. It's
Yeah.
Oliver.
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 That's so cute.
Aw.
But that streaming thing, she was just like,
No,
why are there
she's
cameras
she's
here?
yet to give birth.
Why are there
As
cameras
of this
here?
podcast.
Yes.
On the 2nd of March. Okay. Well, congrats in advance, or we'll see what goes. Good luck. Good luck, April.
luck.
Good
She
luck.
hates
April and
too.
You know that thing just drops though, right? Like it
It just
hits
falls
my
out.
like,
Like
Just
it
flops
falls out and
out.
then it gets right back up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here. Like, that's what it is.
And the last, in case you missed it, topic, Michael, and you're going to love this. You know, I never give up an opportunity to mention Britney Spears on this podcast.
Yes.
And we watched the Britney Spears Lifetime movie, the worst movie ever. I mean,
I
of
don't
course,
know
like,
how they
you know,
do movies.
a Lifetime biography is always the worst, but it's so fun to hate watch. But this was just
it was
terrible.
so bad. I expected them to at least have some sort of aspect of like, oh, this is Britney. It wasn't even like
No.
it didn't feel like Britney at all. I was
No.
like, what is this?
No, it didn't look like Britney. It didn't look like Justin. The only casting that got right was Larry Rudolph.
Yes, he
From a
looked like
distance.
him.
That's the only one. That's messed
Her
up.
manager, yeah.
There was the dance off. Like I can't
Oh,
even get it out. I'm so
yeah.
like disgusted
Justin
by
and
it.
Brittany
Made
had
me
a
drop my
dance off
top.
at a club, you guys. That's how they like dealt with their relationship problems.
I
And it
mean,
was a
that's how I
terrible
do with
dance
mine.
off. And like they were doing it in slow motion to make it look like the
No.
dancing was
I
better.
was like, when I was watching it, I was like, who, like,
This is
And
so
honestly,
bad.
I thought her downfall was when she was in Austin Powers and she had the shot out. But like, you know, this is the 10-year anniversary
Yeah,
of her
of the
shaving her head, going crazy.
Yes.
They could have dealt with her a little more respect than that. Like,
exactly. Like, we
Don't
grew
bring up more
up
crazy.
with Britney.
Yeah.
I expected
We
more.
saw all this happen.
We
and
knew
it's
what
just
happened.
like-
We're sitting there going, that did not happen that way. Like they can't fool
and,
us.
You know, but they couldn't give the real story because they didn't have like permission
They
and
don't
stuff.
have anything.
And
Because
so
she
it's like,
knew it was going to
But I don't think you
crap.
have to have that if
Ugh.
you're a public figure like that. You don't have to have like
I don't know exactly
certain
the rules, but like, they
permission.
couldn't
use her
use her.
licensing
They
music.
couldn't use her
Yeah, they
music,
just can't
of
use her
course.
music.
But there was like a disclaimer at the beginning or something. It was like these don't represent that events or something. It's like of course they don't. So, but they did change a few things like just to make it not exactly like the smashing the car window. That was during the daytime. I was like, what?
We all knew that was
And it was
coming.
and we knew it was
It
at
was like
night.
I mean,
the
she just
top was
left.
down on the
So-
car.
Top was down
like-
and it was not a convertible.
Yeah.
I remember when the pictures came out for that. Like,
Oh my gosh, it was like a storm,
It's
and that was
huge.
before like Twitter, before like Facebook was super big. It was all like
it was on like
everywhere.
every news outlet. Like I
huge.
remember when that happened.
Yeah.
Like Shepard Smith even did a Britney watch on his nightly news. That's how huge it
I mean,
was.
y'all, Britney Spears was the most famous person in the world, and this movie did not capture that at all.
Like, just don't do the movie.
The disrespect.
We already know what happened,
Yeah.
and we
Well,
don't need to see this
Lifetime.
crappy
I mean-
movie.
Next
if it would have
time-
been like a good hate watch Lifetime movie, but this
Yeah.
was just pathetic and sad. I'm sorry.
Next time, give it to BT.
Yeah.
Let them do it.
Let them do
Let them do it,
something.
please.
Give the Britney Spears
To
movie to
BET.
BET.
Look, they
Okay.
did New
Listeners,
Edition,
if y'all
right?
did not watch this Britney movie, I'd
Don't.
say
That is an in case you missed it. That is okay to miss. I'm sorry.
it is okay to miss. But you might be curious, so it might be worth taking a look. At least the dance off. Google the dance off, people, because it was
Please.
so
If
bad.
you need something to laugh
Or the
at.
camera angles.
The camera angles.
Like,
oh my gosh.
And I was
yeah.
like, are
Her
these
cover's
amateurs? Are they college students filming this? Is this like
Okay.
a project?
I even asked, hey, who directed this? MTSU?
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Again, shade to MTSU. We are shading MTSU today.
We would have did better. I know that much.
We could've-
Right, I
We
think
did
so.
better.
Our theater department's great, kind of. We could have gotten anyone.
Right. We could have did a little
They
bit
were like,
better.
we have $100 a day for whoever wants to be Britney. They were like, I'm white and blonde.
Exactly.
I
Probably
like
wasn't
it.
even blonde. They probably.
No.
That's a weed.
Oh shit! She threw in a y'all. Okay,
Yeah, she
y'all.
threw in a y'all.
And chew some gum. It's like that does not Britney make. You gotta go a little further than chewing gum and saying y'all. Okay.
Yeah, like, never mind.
And the nasal. Oh, I don't even want to know. Okay.
I'm trying to be good, guys.
Yes.
You're doing
Do we
so
wanna
good.
know,
We're all
Colton?
No,
gonna be
no,
done.
no,
No,
no.
yes,
I
no.
think so.
No.
He's done so good.
I mean, he's
done
he's
so
been good.
tame.
So
Well, I'm gonna have a lot to edit, you guys, because we've talked a lot, which is good. I'm glad we had our special guests on today.
Thanks
Come
for
back.
having me, guys.
good.
Right.
Please
You're
come
Yeah,
back.
come
welcome.
back. Oh, okay. Thanks, Colton. But, you know, yeah. But come back. We'll probably do this
Please.
probably like a couple more times
We
Before
have to
you
before,
guys
before I
leave.
leave. Yeah. So.
I'll be here with you. We can take
Oh,
over.
thank God,
Yeah,
Michael.
yeah.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna be by myself.
My fashion diva.
Y'all have. Never mind.
We're gonna have our own fashion show,
Can I
we
say
got it.
We really
Cut it
should
out.
have done it.
Stop.
Okay, track over.
Okay.
Track over.
All right. Well, thank y'all
Bye,
for
y'all.
coming. Bye. Have a good spring break.
Bye.
See you next time. All right, everybody.
Bye,
1, 2, 3.
everybody.
Say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye.